A number.
You mean?
A number of them, of us. A considerable.
Say.
10, 20.
Didn't you ask?
I got the impression.
Why didn't you ask?
I didn't think of asking.
Can't see why not. It seems to me the first thing you'd want to know. How far has this thing gone? How many of these things are there?
Good, so if it ever happens to you...
No, you're right.
No, it was stupid. It was shock. I'd known for a week before I went to the hospital, but it was still...
The shocking thing is that there are these. Not how many, but at all.
Even one.
Exactly, even one. A twin would be a shock.
A twin would be a surprise, but a number...
A number, any number, is a shock.
You said things. These things.
I said...
You called them things. I think we'll find they're people.
Yes, of course they are. They are, of course.
Because I'm one.
No.
Yes, why not? Yes.
Because they're copies.
Copies? They're not...
Copies of you, which some mad scientist has illegally...
How do you know that?
I don't, but...
What if someone else is the one? The first one, the real one, and I'm...
No, because...
Not that I'm not real, which is why I'm saying they're not things. Don't call them...
Just wait. Because I'm your father.
You know that?
Of course.
And it was all a normal, everything birth.
You think I wouldn't know if I wasn't your father?
Yes, of course. I was just for a moment there. But they are all still people, like twins are all, quins are all.
I'm sorry.
We just happen to have identical genetic...
Sorry, I said things. I didn't mean anything by it. It just...
That's nothing, forget it. It's...
Because, of course, for me, you're the...
Yes, I know what you meant. Because, of course, I want them to be things. I do think they're things. I don't think they're... Of course, I do think they're them just as much as I'm me, but I don't know what I think. I feel terrible.
I wonder if we can sue.
Sue who?
Them. Whoever did it. Who did you see?
Just some young, I don't know, younger than me.
So who did it?
He's dead. He's some old... And they've just found the records and they've traced...
So we sue the hospital?
Maybe we can.
Because they've taken your cells.
But when? How did they?
When you were born, maybe, or later, when you were 2. You broke your leg, you were in the hospital. Some hairs, some scrapings of skin.
But they didn't damage.
No, but it's you. It's part of you. The value.
The value of those people?
Yes.
And what is the value of...
Well, there you are. Who knows? This is priceless. But they belong...
No.
They belong to you. They should belong to you. They're made from you.
They should.
They've been stolen from you, and you should get your rights.
But is it?
What? Is it money? Something you can put a figure on? Put a figure on it.
This is purely...
Yeah.
Suppose each person was worth £10,000.
100.
100,000?
Because they've taken a person away from you.
Times the number of people.
Which we don't
But
know.
a number. A fairly large, say, anyway, 10.
I think 1 million is the least you should take. I think it's more like 500,000 each person, because what they've done, they've damaged your uniqueness, they've weakened your identity. I think we're looking at 5 million for a start.
Maybe.
Yes, because how dare they?
We need to be able to prove.
We prove that you're genetically my son, genetically, and then...
Because there's no doubt.
No doubt at all. I suppose you didn't see one.
One what, of them?
Of these people.
No, I think they'd keep us apart, wouldn't they? So we don't spoil, like, contaminate the crime scene. So you don't tell each other, I have nightmares. Oh, come to think of it, I have nightmares. And he might have said no if he was asked in the first place.
Because they want to find out...
Yes. How much we're the same. Not just how tall you are, or do you get asthma, but what do you call your dog? Why did you leave your wife? You don't even know the answer to these questions.
So you didn't suddenly see...
What, suddenly see myself coming around the corner?
Because that would be...
Like seeing yourself on the camera in a shop, or you hear yourself on the answering machine and you think, God, is that what
More than that, it'd be...
Don't they say you die if you meet yourself?
You walk round a corner and see yourself, you could get a heart attack. Because if that's me over there, who am I?
Yes, but it's not me over there.
I know.
It's just like having a twin, that's all. It's just...
I know what it is.
I think I'd like to meet one. It's an adventure, isn't it? And you're part of science. I wouldn't be frightened to meet any number.
No.
They're all your sons.
I don't want a number of sons. Thank you. You're plenty. I'm fine.
Maybe when they found everything out, they'll let us all meet. They'll have a party for us.
I'm not going to drink with those doctors. Maybe you're right. You're right. Take it in a positive spirit.
There is a thing.
What's that?
A thing that puzzles me a little.
What's that?
I got the impression, and I know I may be wrong because maybe I was in shock, but I got the impression there was this batch, and we were all in it. I was in it.
No, because you're my son.
No, but we were all.
I explained already.
But I wasn't being quite open with you because I'm confused, because it's a shock. But I want to know what happened.
What? They stole?
No, but what happened?
I don't...
Because they said that none of us was the original.
They said that?
I think.
I think you're mistaken because you're confused.
You think?
You need to get back to them.
Well, I'll do that. But I think that's what they meant.
That's not what they meant.
Okay. But that's my impression, that none of us is the original.
Then who? Do they know?
They're not saying, they just say we're all.
They're not saying.
So if I was your son, the original would be your son too, which is nonsense.
Does that follow?
So please, if you're not my father, that's fine. If you couldn't have children, or my mother, or you did in vitro, or I don't know what you did, I really think you should tell me.
Yes, that's what it was.
That's all right.
Yes, I know.
Thank you for telling me.
Yes.
It's better to know.
Yes.
So don't be upset.
Oh.
You are, though.
Well,
I'm fine about it. I'm not quite sure what I'm fine about. There was some other person, this original, some baby or cluster, and a number of us were made somehow, and you were one of the people who acquired something like that.
it wasn't.
Don't worry.
Because the thing is, you see, that isn't what happened. I am your father. It was by an artificial forefront of science. But I am genetically.
That's great.
Yes.
So I know the truth. You're still my father. And that's fine.
Yes.
So what about this original? I don't quite... I don't...
There was someone.
There was what kind of someone?
There was a son.
A son of yours?
Yes.
When was that?
That was some time earlier.
Sometime before I was born, there was...
Another son, yes, a first.
Who died?
Who died, yes.
And you wanted to replace him?
I wanted...
Instead of just having another child, you wanted...
Because your mother was dead, too.
But she died when I was born, I thought...
I'm telling you what happened.
So what happened?
So... They were killed. In a car crash.
My mother and this...
Car crash.
When was this? How old was the child? Was he...
4. He was 4.
And you wanted him back?
Yes.
So I'm just... him over again?
No. You are you because that's who you are. Now, I wanted the same because that seemed to me the most perfect.
But another child might have been better.
But I wanted the same.
But I'm not him.
No, but you're just the way I wanted.
But I could have been a different person, not like him.
How could you? If I'd have had a different child, it wouldn't be you, would it? You're this one.
I'm just a copy. I'm not the real one.
You're the only one.
What do you mean, only? There's all the others,
I didn't know about them. That wasn't part of the deal. They were meant to make one of you, not a whole number, but they stole it. We'll deal with it. It's something for lawyers. You're what I wanted. You're the one.
Did you give me the same name as him?
Does it make it worse?
Probably.
So they stole. Don't look at me. They stole your genetic material and...
No.
They're the ones you want to...
No.
Because, what, 10, 20 copies of you walking around the streets?
No.
Which was nothing to do with me whatsoever, and I think you and I should be united on this.
Let me look at you.
You've been looking at me all the...
Let me look at you.
Bit older.
No, because your father's not young when you're small, is he? He's not any age. He's more a power. He's a dark, dark power. Which is why my heart, people pay trainers to get it up to this speed. But is it because my body recognizes or because I'm told? Because if I'd seen you in the street, I don't think I'd have stopped and shouted, Daddy. But you'd have known me, wouldn't you? Unless you thought I was one of the others.
It's a long time.
Can we talk about what you did?
Yes, of course. I don't know where or what.
About you sent me away and had this other one made from some bit of my body, some...
It didn't hurt you.
What bit?
I don't know. What?
Well, not a limb. They clearly didn't take a limb like a starfish and grow...
No, a speck.
Or half of me chop through like a worm and grow the other.
A scraping, cells, a speck.
A speck? Yes. Because we're talking that microscope world of giant blobs and globs.
That's all.
So they take this painless scrape, this specky little cells of me, and kept that. And you threw the rest of me away.
No.
And had a new one made.
No.
Yes.
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 Yes, of course you know I did. I'm not attempting to deny it. I thought it was the best thing to do. It seemed brilliant. It was the only...
Brilliant.
It seemed.
To get rid.
It wasn't perfect. It was the best I could do. I wasn't very... I was always... and it's a blur, to be honest, but it was, I promise you, the best.
So this copy they grew of me, that worked out all right?
Well, there were failures, of course, inevitable.
Dead ones?
In the test tubes, the dishes, I was told they didn't all.
But they finally got a satisfactory Bouncing
Yes, but they lied to me because they didn't tell me.
in a cradle.
All the others, they stole...
And he looked just like me, did he? Indistinguishable.
Yes.
So it worked out very well. And this son lives and breathes, does he?
Yes.
Talks and fucks. Eats and walks. Swims and dreams and exists somewhere right now. Yes, does he? Exist now.
Yes.
Still exists.
Yes, of course.
Happily.
Well, mostly, you would say?
Because most people are happy, I read in the paper. Did it cost a lot of money?
The procedure to get...
The baby.
Yes.
Were we rich?
Not rich.
No. I don't remember anything rich. A lot of dust under the bed, those heaps of fluff you get, don't you, if you go under there and lie in it.
No, we weren't. But I managed. I was spending less.
You made an effort.
I did. And for that money, you think I'd get an exclusive...
They ripped you off.
Because one was the deal, and they...
What do you expect?
From you, too. It's you. They just so they can do some scientific, some research, some... Do you get asthma? Do you have a dog? What do you call it? Do you...
Who do you think it was at the door? Do you think it was one of the others? Or your son?
I don't know the others.
You know your son.
I know.
Your son, the new...
Yes, of course.
You know him.
I wouldn't think he was you, no.
You wouldn't think it was him having a bad day.
You look very well.
But it could have been one of the others.
Yeah, because that's what I've been thinking about. How could the doctors think... You know, I think there's money to be made out of this.
I've not been lucky with dogs. I had this black and tan bitch. Wouldn't do what it was told. Useless. Before that, I had a lurcher. They need too much running about. Then a friend of mine went inside. Could I look after battle from day one with that dog? Rottweiler pitbull. I had to throw a chair. You could hit it with a belt. It kept coming back. I'd keep it shut up in the other room, but it barks, so you got to hit it. I was glad when it bit a girl. Went to pat it straight down the vet. Get rid of this one. It's a bastard. My friend wasn't pleased, but he shouldn't have gone in the post office.
No, that's right. I've never wanted a dog.
Don't patronise me.
I'm not.
You don't know what you're doing.
I just...
Because you go in a pub, someone throws his beer in your face, you're supposed to say sorry. He only got 3 stitches. I'm a very restrained person. Because this minute we sit here, there's somebody, a lot of them, but think of one on the electric bed springs or water poured down his throat and jump on his stomach. There's a lot of wicked people. So that's why. And you see them all around you. You go down the street, you look in their faces, you think, you don't fool me, I know what you're capable of. So don't start anything.
I think what we need is a good solicitor.
What I like about a dog is it stops people getting after you. They're not going to come round in the night. But they make the place stink because I might want to stay out a few days, and when I come back, I might want to stay in a few days. And a dog can become a tyrant to you. Hello, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Daddy, hello.
Nobody regrets more than me the completely unforeseen, unforeseeable, which isn't my fault, and does make it more upsetting. But what I did seem at the time the only, and also it's a tribute. I could have had a different one, a new child altogether. That's what most people would. But I wanted you again because I thought you were the best.
It wasn't me again.
No, but the same raw materials, because they were perfect. You were the most beautiful baby, everybody said. As a child, too, you were very pretty child.
You know when I used to be shouting?
No.
When I was there in the dark, I'd be shouting.
No.
Yes, I'd be shouting, Dad, Dad.
Was this sometime you had a bad dream?
Shouting on and on.
I don't.
Shouting and shouting.
No.
And you never came. Nobody ever came.
So, this was after your mum?
After my mum was dead, this was after.
You were very little when she...
Yes, because I can only remember.
You were maybe 2 when she...
And I remember her sitting there. She was there.
But you remember so early.
She'd be there, but she wouldn't help stop anything.
I'm surprised.
So when I was shouting, what I want to know...
Well, when was this?
I want to know if you could hear me or not, because I never knew, were you hearing me and not coming, or could you not hear me, and if I shouted loud enough, you'd come?
I couldn't have heard you, no.
Or maybe there was no one there at all, and maybe you'd gone out, so no matter how hard I shouted, there was no one there.
No, that wouldn't
So then I'd stop shouting, and it was worse.
Because I hardly ever...
And I didn't dare get out of bed and go and see.
I don't think this...
Because if there was no one there, that would be terrifying, and if you were there, that might be worse. But it's something I wonder.
No.
Could you hear me shouting?
No, I don't.
No?
No, I don't think this
What?
can have happened in quite the... Because I...
Again and again and again, every night
No.
I'd be... So you didn't hear?
No, but you can't have...
Yes, I'd be shouting. Are you telling me you didn't?
Of course I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
You weren't sitting there listening to me shouting?
No.
You weren't out?
No.
So I needed to shout louder.
Of course, sometimes everyone who's had children will sometimes tell you you put them to bed, and they want another story, and you say good night, and you go away, and they call out once or twice, and you say no, go to sleep now, and they might call out again, and they go to sleep.
This other one, your son. My brother, is he? My little twin.
Yes.
Has he got a child?
No.
Because if he had, I'd kill it.
No, he hasn't got one.
So when you opened the door, you didn't recognize me?
No, because...
Do you recognize me now?
I know it's you.
No, but look at me.
I have.
No.
I am.
Look in my eye. Now keep looking. Look. Not like me at all.
No, not like.
Well, like, but not identical, not...
No, not identical.
Because
no.
what struck me was how different.
Yes, I was struck.
You couldn't mistake.
No, not at all. I knew at once it wasn't.
Though, of course, he is older, if I was older.
Oh, even then.
I wouldn't be identical.
No, not at all, no. You're different.
Just a bit like.
I think it's bound to be a bit.
Because for a start, I'm not frightening.
So, what did he want? Did he say?
No, nothing really. Not frightening, not...
He didn't hit you.
Hit! God, no, hit me. Do you think he'd...
Well, he
Yes, he could have done. No, he shouted.
shouted.
Shouted, rambled, really rambled. He's not entirely...
No.
So that's what his childhood, his life, his childhood
All kinds
has
of-
made him a nutter, really, is what I think. I mean, not a nutter,
Yes,
but...
yes. Well, I'm not... Yes, he probably is.
He says all kinds of wild...
Yeah.
So you don't know what to believe.
And how did it end up? Are you unfriendly?
Friendly, no.
Not.
No, we ended up.
Yes.
We ended as I mean to go on, with me running away. I was glad we were meeting in a public place. If we'd have been at home, you can't hide in your own home. Or if we'd have been at his, I wonder if he'd have let me go. He might have put me in a cupboard. Not really. Anyway, yes, I got up and left, and I kept thinking, had he followed me?
As you mean to go on, as in not seeing him anymore?
As in leaving the country.
For what, a week or two? A holiday? I don't...
Leaving, going away. I don't want to be here.
But when you come back, he'll still...
So maybe I won't.
But that's... not come back.
I don't know, I
that-
don't know. Don't ask me. I'm going. I don't know. I don't want to be anywhere near him.
Do you think he might try to hurt you?
Why? Why do you keep...
I don't know. Is it that?
It's partly that. It's also... It's horrible. I don't feel myself, and there's all the others. I don't want to see them.
I thought you did.
I thought I did. If I go away by myself, I might feel all right. I might feel... You can understand that.
Yes, I can.
Because there's this person who's identical to me.
He's not.
Who's not identical, who's like...
Not even very...
Not very like, but very something terrible, which is exactly the same genetic person.
Not the same person.
And I don't like it.
I know. I'm sorry.
I know you're sorry, I'm not.
I know.
I'm not trying to make you say...
No, I know. I just am.
I know.
I just am sorry.
He said some things.
Yes?
There's a lot of things I don't quite... Could you tell me what happened to my mother?
She's dead.
Yes.
I told you she was dead.
Yes, but she didn't die when I was born, and she didn't die with the first child in a car crash because he's not dead. He's walking round the streets at night giving me nightmares. Unless she did die in a car crash.
No.
No.
Your mother, a thing about your mother was that she wasn't very happy. She wasn't a happy person at all. Well, I don't mean there were sometimes days when she wasn't happy, or I did things that made her not happy, which I did, of course. She was always not happy. Often cheerful, and
She killed herself. How did she do that?
She did it under a train. Under a tube train. She was one of those people, when they say there's a person under a train and all the trains are delayed. She was a person under a train.
Were you with her?
Oh, with her on the platform? No, I think I was still with her, more or less, but not with her then, no. I was having a drink, I think.
And the boy?
Do you know, I can't remember where the boy was. I think he was at a friend's house. We had friends.
And he was how old? 4?
No, he was 4 later when he was just walking, about 2, starting to talk.
He was 4 when you sent him.
That's right. When his mother died, he was 2.
So this was, let me be clear, this was before, this was some years before I was born. She died. Before.
Yes.
So she was already always.
She was, yes.
Just so I'm clear. And so, you and the boy, you and your son.
We went on. We just...
lived alone together.
Yes.
You were bringing him up.
Yes.
The best you could. Until.
And my best wasn't very, But I had my moments. Don't think I did cook meals now and then, and read a story. I'm sure I remember a particularly boring and badly written little book about an elephant at sea. But I could have managed better.
Yes, he said something about it.
He said?
Yes.
Yes, of course he did, yes. I know I could have managed better because I did with you. I stopped. I shut myself away. I gave it up. I came off it all while I was waiting for you. I think we may even have had that same book. Perhaps it's you. I remember reading it too. Do you remember it at all? It had an elephant in red trousers.
No, I don't think.
Well, it was terrible. We had far better books. We had...
Maybe he shouldn't blame you. Maybe it was a genetic. Could you help drinking? We don't know, or drugs. At the time, philosophically, as I understand it, it wasn't viewed as, not like now when our understanding's different. And would a different person, a genetically different person, not have been so vulnerable? Because there could always be some genetic addictive. And then again, someone with the same genetic, exactly the same, but at a different time, a different cultural. And of course, all the personal, all kinds of what happened in your own life, your childhood, all things, all kind of. Because suppose you had a brother with identical twins, say, but separated at birth, so you had an entirely different early. You see what I'm saying? Would he have done the same things? Who's to say? He might have been a very loving father, and in fact, of course, you have that in you to be that because you were to me. So it's a combination of very complicated. And that's who you were, so I probably shouldn't blame you.
I'd rather you blamed me. I blame myself.
I'm not saying you weren't horrible.
Couldn't I not have been?
Apparently not.
If I tried harder?
But someone like you couldn't have tried harder. What does it mean? If you'd tried harder, you'd be different to what you were like, and you weren't. You were...
But then later
Later, yes.
I did try. That's what I did. I started again.
That's what you were like.
I was good. I tried to be good. I was good to you.
But I can't give you credit for that if I don't give you blame for the other. It's what you did. It's what happened.
But it felt like I tried. I deliberately...
Of course it felt.
Well, then.
It feels, doesn't it? That's how we feel what we are. And we don't know all these complicated. We can't know what we're... It's too complicated to disentangle all the causes. And we feel, this is me, I freely... And of course, who you are does freely, not forced by someone else, but who you are itself forces, or you'd be someone else, wouldn't you?
What? I did some bad things. I deserve to suffer. I did some better things. I'd like recognition.
That's how everyone feels, certainly.
He still blames me.
There's a difference, then.
You remind me of him.
I remind myself of him. We both hate you. I thought... It's not your fault. I don't blame you, but what you've been like, what you're like, I can't help it.
Yes, of course.
Except what he feels as hate and what I feel as hate are completely different, because what you did to him and what you did to me are different things.
I was nice to you.
Yes, you were.
You don't have to go away. Not for long.
Might make me feel better.
I love you.
That's something else you can't help.
That's all right. That's all right.
Also, I'm afraid he'll kill me.
So what kind of place was it? Was it
The place?
he was in a hotel, was he, or
No.
Oh, I thought he was in a hotel. So where was he?
What?
I'm trying to get a picture.
Does it matter?
Well, it won't bring him back, obviously, no. But I'd like... You can't help feeling curious. You want to get at it, but you're blocked in all directions. When your son dies, you want his body. You want to know where his body was the last time he was alive. You can't help.
He had a room.
In somebody's house, renting?
Some small, you know how the locals are when you arrive. Just a room, not breakfast. You go out for coffee.
So was it some pretty... on a harbour front?
No.
I'm just thinking of him on holiday.
In a street, just a side.
Though he wasn't on holiday, of course. He was hiding, or thought he was. Did you go inside the room?
Just a small room, rather dark, one window and the shutters...
Not very tidy, I expect.
That's right, not tidy. The bed not made, couple of books, bag on the floor, clothes half out of it.
Did he scream?
And you know what he's like, not tidy. Am I tidy? You don't know, do you? But you'd guess not, wouldn't you? But you'd be wrong there because I'm meticulous.
What I want to know is how you actually... How you got him to go off to some remote... That's what I'm imagining. You don't shoot the lodger without the landlady hearing. I don't know if you did shoot. I don't know why I say shoot. You could have had a knife. You could have strangled. And I can't think he would go off with you because he was frightened. That's why he... Maybe you talked and made him feel, or did you follow him? Lie in wait in some dark... And I don't know how you found him there. Did you follow him from his house when he left, or follow him from here the last time he...
I didn't need to tell you it had happened.
No, but you did. So naturally,
And I'm wishing I hadn't.
No, but I'm glad.
And I'm not telling you.
Because I won't tell anyone.
And there's nothing more to be said.
What about the others? Or was he the only one you hated because I loved him? I don't love the others. You and I have got common cause against the others. Don't forget, I'm still hoping we'll make our fortune there. I'm going to talk to a solicitor. I've been too busy. Not busy. It's been like a storm going on. Don't know what's gone on. It's not been long. It's all started. You're not going to be a serial... Wipe them all out so that you're the only... Just like it was back at the start? I can understand that. If they catch up with you, I'm sure they won't. I'm sure you know what you do. But if they do, we'll say it was me. It was my fault anyway. You look at it. Don't you agree? Don't you feel that? Don't stop talking to me. It wasn't his fault. You should have killed me. It's my fault. Perhaps you're going to kill me. Is that why you stopped talking? I can kill myself. I can do that for you if you like. Would you like that? Here's a thought. I could have killed you. But I didn't. I may have done terrible things, but I didn't. I didn't kill you. I could have killed you, had another son, made one the same like I did, or start again, have a different one, get married again. I didn't. I spared you, though you were this disgusting thing. By then, anyone in their right mind would have squashed you. But I remembered what you were like in the beginning, and I spared you. I didn't want a different one. I wanted that again, because you were perfect, just like that. But I loved you. You know, you asked when you used to shout. Sometimes I'd be there, I'd sit and listen to you. Or I'd not be in any condition to hear, I'd just be sitting. Sometimes I'd go out and leave you. I don't think you got out of bed. You didn't get out of bed, did you? Because you'd be frightened of what I'd do to you, so it was all right to go out. It wasn't a long period. You used to shout. You grew out of that. It got so you'd rather not see me. You wanted to be left alone at night. You wouldn't want me to come anymore. And you nearly stopped speaking. Do you remember that? Not eating, not speaking. I tried to make you. I put you in the cupboard. Do you remember that? I'd look for you everywhere. I think you got away, and I'd find you under the bed. You liked it under there, and I'd put your dinner under for you. But it got worse. Do you remember? There was nobody but us. One day I cleaned you up and said, take him into care. You didn't look too bad. And they took you away. My darling. Do you remember that? Do you remember that day? Because I don't remember it, you know. The whole thing's very vague to me. It's 2 years. I remember almost nothing. But you must remember things, because at that age, 2 years is much longer. It wasn't very long for me. It was one long night out. Can you tell me things you remember? The day you left? Can you tell me things I did I might have forgotten?
When I was following him, there was a time we were getting on the same train. And he looked round. I thought he was looking right at me, but he didn't see me. I got on the train and went with him all the way.
Yes. Yes.
Have you met the others?
You're the first.
You going to meet us all?
I thought I'd start.
I'm sure everyone will be pleased to meet you. I know I am.
I'm sorry to stare.
No, please, I can see it must be. Do I look like...
Yes, of course.
Of course I meant...
No, I didn't mean...
I suppose I meant how...
You don't, not exactly.
No, of course.
I wouldn't mistake.
No.
Oh, well, I might at a casual...
Of course.
But not if I really look.
No.
No.
Because...
Because of the eyes. You don't look at me in the same way.
I'm looking at someone I don't know, of course.
Maybe, you could, tell me a little.
About myself?
If you don't mind.
No, of course, it's where to... What, you already know I'm a teacher, mathematics. You know I'm married, 3 children. Did I tell you that?
Yes, but you didn't...
Boy and a girl, 12 and 8, and now a baby. Well, 18 months, so she's walking and beginning to talk. I don't have any photographs, I didn't think. There's no need for photographs, is there, if you see someone all the time, so...
Are you happy?
What now, or in general? Yes, I think I am. I don't think about it. I am. The job gets me down sometimes. The world's a mess, of course, but you can't help a sunny morning off to the park with a baby. You can't help feeling wonderful, can you?
Can't you?
Well, that's how I seem to be.
Tell me... Forgive me.
No, go on.
Tell me something about yourself that's really specific to you, something really important.
What sort of...
Anything.
It's hard.
Yes.
Well, here's something I find fascinating. There are these people who used to live in holes in the ground with all tunnels and underground chambers. And sometimes you'd have a chamber and you'd get to it through a labyrinth of passages, and the ceiling got lower and lower, and you had to go on your hands and knees and then wriggle on your stomach, and then you'd get through to this chamber, like a chimney, deep, deep down, that had a hole, like a well, a hole going all the way up to the sky, so you could sit in this chamber, this room, this cave or whatever, and look up at this little circle of sky going past overhead. And when someone died, they just hollowed out more little rooms. So they weren't buried underneath you, they were buried in the walls beside you. And maybe sometimes they walled people up alive in there. It's possible because of how the remains were contorted.
I don't think this is what I'm looking for.
Oh, how? Sorry.
Because you're telling me about something else. I was hoping for something about you.
I don't quite...
I'm sorry, I don't know. I was hoping...
You want, what, my beliefs, politics, what I feel about war, for instance, is that... I dislike war. It's one of those things, don't you think, where everyone always thinks they're in the right. Have you noticed that? Nobody ever says, we're the bad guys. We're going to beat the shit out the good guys. What do you think?
I was hoping... I don't know, something more personal, something from deep inside your life, if that's not intrusive.
Maybe... what? Maybe my wife's ears.
Yes?
Because last night we were watching the news and I thought, what beautiful and slightly odd ears she's got. They're small but with big lobes, big relative to the small ear. And they're slightly pointy on top, like Disney elf or little animal ears. And they're always there, but you know how you suddenly notice? And noticing that, I mean, the way I love her, felt what you said, something deep inside. Or there's the children, obviously, I could talk about. Is this the sort of thing?
Not quite.
No.
But you're just describing other people, or...
Yes.
Not yourself.
But it's people I love, so...
It's not what I'm looking for. Because anyone could feel.
Oh, of course, I'm not claiming...
But I was somehow hoping.
Yes.
Further in.
Yes.
Just about yourself.
Myself.
Yes.
Like... maybe I'm lying in bed and it's comfortable, and then it gets slightly not so comfortable, and I move my legs or even turn over, and then it's... No.
No.
Yes, that's something everyone...
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I like blue socks, banana ice cream. Does that help?
Dogs?
Do I like...
Dogs.
I'm okay with dogs. My daughter wants a puppy, but I don't know. Is dogs the sort of thing?
So tell me, what did you feel when you found out?
Fascinated.
Not angry?
No.
Not frightened?
No, what of?
Your life, losing your life.
I've still got my life.
But there are things that are what you are. I think you're avoiding...
Perhaps.
Then you might be frightened.
I don't think...
Or angry.
Not really.
Because what does it do? What does it do to you, to everything, if there are all these walking around? What it does to me? What am I? And it's not even me it happened to, so how you can just... You must think something about it.
I think it's funny. I think it's delightful.
Delightful.
All these very similar people doing things like each other or a bit different or whatever we're doing. What a thrill for the mad old professor if he'd have lived to see it. I do see the joy of it. I know you're not at all happy.
I didn't feel I'd lost him when I sent him away because I had the second chance. And when the second one, my son, the second son, was murdered, it wasn't as bad as you'd think because it seemed fair. I was back with the first one.
But no.
Now, he's killed himself.
Now you feel...
No, I've lost him. I've lost...
Yes.
No, I can't make it right again. Because the second time round, you see, I slept very lightly with the door open.
Is that the worst you did, not go in the night?
No, of course not.
Like what?
Things that are what I did that are not trivial, like banana ice cream, nor uni-fucking-versal like turning over in bed.
We've got 99.9% the same genes as any other person. We've got 98% the same as a chimpanzee. We've got 30% the same as a lettuce. Does that cheer you up at all? I love about the lettuce. Makes me feel I belong.
I miss him so much. I miss them both.
There's 19 more of us.
It's not the same.
No, of course. I was making a joke.
So you're happy, you say, are you? You like your life?
I do, yes. Sorry.